like life is like for students here? But anyways, you were in Limerick too.
Well, yeah, I was in Limerick, but I feel like generally it's easier if you come in, you know, as a student. You know, students now, somehow now, you'll be alright.
You find your clique.
You find your clique. You know, it's easier to integrate. You know, when you come in as a student, your ears on ground. The 1 year you take to finish your program, you know, it will give you some kind of. I mean, as opposed to coming in directly for work. I have a friend who came in here from Nigeria, you know, and got a job here directly from Nigeria. And coming in, you know, wasn't easy for her. Yeah,
the workforce.
Do you understand? Like they're just pushing you out there, you know.
Yeah, I had my own experiences too. Like I've shared it to here. I just came and I entered.
And you just entered, yeah.
And then I start seeing there's cultural differences,
you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
The way you tell a patient. Like I'll probably walk into the room and I'm like I'm trying to attend to a patient then, and my supervisor is standing beside me and I'm trying to do a mammogram then, and then I'm like, okay, so open up your legs, and she's like, Cece, you don't tell people to open separate your legs. And I'm like, whatever, pack your legs, put one on this side, put one on the other side. I freaking need you to be balanced. And then I have to start learning the language. Like,
yeah, how to say something.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but like if you study here, you know, the 1 year you're here, you probably know how best to put yourself there, you know, what to say.
But then like it was actually a risk that you took coming here to study law, because law is one thing I know that if you study law wherever, you need to go to law school there to be able to get a job.
Completely leaving Nigeria already, I knew that any country I'm going to have to start.
Because as a lawyer,
from the very scratch, I was aware, you know. What was bringing me was I prayed though. I can't take that out. I prayed though. As in, I prayed so hard.
Just come and pray with me. I need somebody that can pray.
I prayed so hard. I committed this journey like even before I applied for visa, before I even put in for school. As in,
she kabashed.
You don't want to know. As in, I already, sincerely speaking, I already sorted out my coming with God. As in, because I had to. I was coming. I had friends that had been to UK. I had 8 friends before I came here. 8 friends that had been to UK to study for their masters.
Where did you study in Nigeria though?
Babcock University. Okay. I had 8 friends that had gone to the UK and studied law, and were back home in Nigeria, back to Nigeria, and they were back. And I mean, you know, looking for jobs just like I was looking for a job back then in Nigeria. You know, they couldn't find anything in the UK. They had to go to do law school all over again if they had to stay. So I was seeing that, going abroad is not just so easy, like, oh, you know, you just go, oh, you get a job, oh, it's like this, you know. For lawyers, for my profession, you know, it's a different ballgame because you have to put yourself back into the system. Law school takes minimum of 2 years here. You have to do a training course. It is so expensive. It takes a lot of time.
It's so expensive here to do law.
Yeah, it is. Jesus, yeah, it is. Oh, to do law, yeah, it is. And then the law school, I mean, you have to fund your law school yourself. That's not even part of the university.
You know, today,
whatever.
My husband and I were talking, and he was like, people who studied in the UK are in debt. Like his colleagues are telling him they're in debt of like 300k for their university
institution, yeah.
And I'm like, is it not the same medicine that all of us studied in Nigeria? I mean, like, we freaking paid, like, if I calculate my entire studying, maybe I just paid like 2 million naira.
Sure, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pay more. You pay twice as much. So if
not twice plus.
Yeah, if you're charging minimum, you pay twice. If you're costing 1,000
to 15 million euro. Sorry, 13 to 15,000
euro. Yeah.
So
imagine doing that, and then you now enter law school, and they're telling you law school per course is how many thousands, you know, and you finish, and then there's this training you're supposed to do for a year, and by law they're not supposed to pay you. So it's a period of learning, you
like
know.
Attachment.
Yeah, like attachment. But here it's 1 year. You know, if they want to pay you, like, you know, that's your boss being nice, but like, you know,
most of the time,
yeah, you're not entitled to any payment. And that's the 3rd year. So you do 2 years. I mean, it's a lot of expenses, it's a lot of time. I just needed to talk to God, you know, and just sort out that area of my life. Like, okay, I'm going to come here. It's going to be easy for me. So let us get this thing, you know, right. Like, how is it going to be? So when I came here and I found my Irish family the same day I came. The same day, you know, I got the list from the university, and I was just making some phone calls. And then the agreement, you know, my Irish family, they actually reached with the university, was just to stay Monday to Friday. But I stayed with them for 3 weeks, you know. I didn't pay nothing. In fact, they were.
For the homestay, you didn't pay anything.
I would come home every day and she has made lunch, or dinner rather. Like,
Please, I need that type of Irish mother.
I mean, I'm serious. I would come home and she already, and I mean, I didn't want to be like a body, and I'll be like, no, I don't want to eat, and she's like, no, you can't go to bed, you know, without this. Yeah, she would buy me warm clothes. She would come, she had a special heater. She bought like a special heater in my room because like the one in the house wasn't okay for me. I mean, I was coming from Nigeria now. I wasn't used to.
And you came like in winter.
In the winter, yeah. So like I was. But then when I look back, I'm like, it was just God, because the way I prayed to God, he too knew that he couldn't have left me alone. As in, he had to help me, you know. But I mean, there are times too when I had my doubts, so especially when I was looking for a job.
So what were the tell me some bad experiences that you had
looking for a job? Like you get to, I mean, you have first
because
stage.
We're not trying to paint everything.
You would have first stage, second stage, and then the last stage when you think you just maybe you and one other person, you just tell you, oh sorry, you don't have Irish experience. Hey God.
So the Irish experience is important.
I can't even stress that enough. See, just go and pray. I don't know what to say.
Because as a student, you can't get Irish experience.
You can't. So where am I supposed to get it? Any job interview you go for, the first thing you hear is, as in after, oh, your CV looks great. Oh my God, yes, you have this, you have that, but you don't have the Irish experience. Please excuse me, people. I'm not just going to vomit it, or do you want me to lie? As in, what am I supposed to do? You know? See, it was. Oh God, it was so.
Grueling.
It was so depressing that time. I remember several times. In fact, August last year, I was so close to returning back home. I remember calling my parents. As in, my daddy kept saying, Madam, you're not coming back anyway. People are doing it, as in, so how are they doing it? You get it, as in, why not just try? I mean, you've only been there. I only just started applying for a job.
My child. Try. Find people.
I only just started applying for the job in June, and by August, I was ready to give up because I had done so much. I mean, coming from Limerick almost every week, at least 3 times, 4 times, the cost of transport alone was like €25 alone coming. And then I would do this like 3 times, 4 times in a week, and then hearing negative replies, like it wasn't helping me. You get it? I kept looking at myself like, how long am I going to be making hair, God? Though, even for me to even start salon, like, where is the money to even now? If I wanted to do business, how would I do this thing? Do you get me? I remember then my mom was like, okay, you know what? Stay till December. What's the worst that would happen? I can stay because graduation is in January, January of this year. So she was like, stay till your graduation. What's the worst that would happen? If you don't get anything to your graduation, then come home, because all this cry you're doing on the phone, I don't understand. Every day you're crying.
There's no work for you when you come back.
Do you know what she kept reminding me that
make use of this master's degree that you have
in Nigeria. I mean, I don't want to say how much I was earning as a lawyer, but like, you know, it was really bad. Like, it was really, really bad. And like, they would always owe me, you know. It was really bad.
I know, lawyers. My sister is a lawyer, so I know you people's stories.
It's a really painful story, sincerely. Very painful. So she kept asking me, I remember where you're coming from, or this one you want to run back home. There's nothing here.
But was your result, okay, so for someone who probably wants to take the leap too as a lawyer, was your result that awesome back home for you to be able to get?
It was 2-1 now. I think they 2-1 back home, yes. And then I came here and made the first class. Well, I mean, I just see the best I could do, because I already heard things from my friends that had gone and come back. The best I could do was to do what I can to put myself
in a higher,
you know, to try to give myself an edge as best as I can.
See,
just see,
okay, so I make this distinction. Let
will it help? You know, just, I mean, there's no point. Me, I already know. I don't know about other profession, but I already knew that law was a no-go. Do you get it? It was so hard. So coming in, the best I could do was first class, or just then you are going to, as in first class or nothing, just try. Maybe someone would have met and be like, anyway, she should have finished with first class, so she may be good after all, you know. So yeah, that was it, you know. I finished well, and then I was looking for a job, and I had that my first class splashed across my CV. First thing you see there is first class. In fact, I had recruiters, and when they come in, they'll be like, oh, first of all, congratulations on your first class, that must have been so good. And then the thing is, you know, thankfully I was able to find recruiters that were willing to work with me, and let me not say work with me, but just, you know, give me like an extra push, you know, just because, oh, you actually finished with the first class, you know, that could actually
help you.
Yeah, that can help, you know.
Let's see how we can help you.
Yeah, let's see how we can help you, you know. I would come
what recruiters can you recommend? Because some people are asking me for recruit. You can imagine.
No, but you can't get recruiters from Nigeria now. You have to be here.
You have to be here.
Yeah, you have to be here to work. Follow up. First of all, they want to see you. I mean, you don't do recruiting from online, or any recruiter in Dublin here would ask for an interview with you first. They want to know who they are presenting to the company, because it's their reputation too, you know, on the line. So when that's why I said LinkedIn was really instrumental, because they read your profile. That's really, in fact, like, if you don't have a very good LinkedIn profile, here.
You come and give us tutorial on LinkedIn.
It would really,
LinkedIn and CV organization.
Yeah, LinkedIn profile will really help you.
Me, I did not make first class, so I don't know that part. Some people make first class.
Yeah, LinkedIn profile really helps. Recruiters are always there. That's the first place that's the first poll, you know, they try to see who is there, who is not there, you know. And then once you apply for something, they go through profiles, you know. Sometimes they reach out to you themselves, or you reach out to them. But you know, being able to market yourself and say, oh, I made the first class in so and so thing, this my project was in so and so thing, you know, this is what I'm looking for, this is, you know, I'm also sitting for so and so exams, you know. They see that
you're moving,
yeah. Because last year, as soon as I finished my program, I knew already that I can't practice here, I have to go to law school, and that wasn't going to happen. So the next best thing for me was to go into corporate law, you know. And then there's this professional exam to become a chartered company secretary. The qualification, the institute that runs the program is in the UK, but like, you know, it's recognized here. The principal body is in the UK, but they have a body here to a branch. So the first thing I started thinking was, you know, how can I set myself right, as in put myself where, you know what I mean, as in how can I,
what else can I add to this,
to put myself right law? Yeah, you get it, just to give myself
an edge,
you know, the best, as in to
put my best foot forward.
As in, yeah, do get me, as in to put myself
and
out there the best way.
Something that law is not working, so something else you know, you can
add on top of that. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, if they're going to pick up applications and they're like, oh, this person is a Nigerian, she probably doesn't have right to stay here, so why are we even looking at her? But when they look at it again, like, oh, she made the first class, oh, she's actually sitting for her professional exams, oh, you know, she's doing something, you know, that may actually just speak something to them, that may just help, you know. Someone may just, I don't know if you get me, I was just trying to do as best as I can, you know. If they're going to drop me, I mean, they shouldn't drop application because, oh, she's not prepared enough, oh, she doesn't have this, oh, she doesn't, I may not have the Irish experience, but every other thing, you know, shouldn't be lacking. Do you understand? So I applied for the exam. The exam is expensive, so I didn't have the money for it. So what I did was to pay for the membership.
So do you have to be a lawyer to apply for that exam? Because I mean,
yeah, like, you don't have to actually, but in Nigeria, yes, you have to. So you know, in Nigeria the system is different, because in Nigeria you have to go to law school to become a barrister or solicitor. But over here it's two different things. You could be a barrister or you could be a solicitor. Do you get it?
Okay, so it's different.
It's different here. You know, you don't have to go to law school if you just want to be a solicitor. You don't want to go to court. You don't have to go to law school. You know, so I was now going to go with
so that. You can just have like your office. So those are people who just have offices, who just deal with all those,
exactly.
Like,
you want to become like a company secretary, like me now. I'm planning. That's the goal at the end of the day, you know, to become a company secretary. Since I already knew that's where I want to put myself, I don't need law school for that. Yeah, that exam is to become a chartered company secretary now. Do you understand? I just figured, I mean, Irish people here, you know, they probably would have gotten some of these background, maybe legal, like they would know better, they will know more about the Irish law. They'll have like a stronger Irish background in terms of Irish law. They'll have like, I mean, how do I explain that? Like in their schools, you know, from day one, they've had Irish law taught to them. They've had, I was coming with a foreign law, I was coming with the Nigerian legal system. These ones here, I'm going to be in the same market with, you know. They already know these things, you know. The best I can do is to go and start looking for professional exams and all those other things, you know, to like top myself up. Do you understand? And then it was now after school I found out that company secretaries are actually needed badly in Ireland, like badly. There's a big market, as in they're looking for them. I don't mean company secretaries as per like, you know, you're just in the office. I mean certified company secretaries, meaning you have to go and sit for that exam. Okay, you get it? So when I found that out, that's what prompted me to register. I didn't have the money for the exam, it was so expensive.
How much was the exam?
The exam is about £300 per course. Depending on your level, you have about 8 courses, and that's just the exam fee. It doesn't include tuition, it doesn't include classes.
Did you have to do classes and tuition, or because you already had masters?
No, you have to see. It just depends. The institute gives you, if you want to pay for everything, you have money for everything. If not, you do self-study. Do you understand? They give
just
you
pay the £300 per course.
The £300 is just for the exam. The textbook is different. It doesn't include materials for school.
Okay, so you now have to kill yourself
to pay. To study it. You study it yourself. To pass.
That part of.
So you have the exam fee, which is separate. You have the lecture. Now you have tuition. Tuition can be distant learning, you know, or classes. If you're paying for distance learning, you know, it's a separate fee. If you want to pay for classes or revision classes in addition to your tuition, as in the distance learning tuition fee, is different. All this doesn't include textbooks or materials.
Will you be eating?
You see, so it's expensive. You get it. This is supposed to be for professionals, you know. So usually it's not for students.
Yeah, so most people are probably working
and doing it.
Yeah, pays for them.
Exactly. Do you understand it? So it's not something that the internet students will sit for, you know.
But you went and did it.
So I didn't do the exam, or I didn't have the money for it. But what I did was to go and register as a member, to go and register with the institute and collect my student number, which I was put on my CV.
It looked like you were running the course.
No, so it looks like, you know, see, the way I saw it was when I sit for an interview, you know, and I tell them that
I'm attending classes.
No, and I tell them that, see, I have this plan.
I have a membership number, so that means that I am a member.
You see, but I just have to be smart about it. You get it? For me to sit there and tell them that I want to be a company secretary, I had to show them that I actually intend to be one. The only proof I could show was that I have plans of sitting. You know, it's one thing for you to say I have plans of sitting for the exam, but I'll just have for it next year. It's different from saying, yeah, I have plans
and I have registered
for this exam. You get it? And then the first exam, this was in August. The first exam should have been in November, but I didn't have the money for that November exam. I knew that if I didn't have a company that was going to sponsor me or something, I wouldn't be sitting for it. Do you get it? But when I go in for an interview, I don't tell them, oh, I don't have the money for it. I tell them I intend to sit for so and so exams. You know, I'm currently registered with the institute now. This is my ID number, because sometimes I had a recruiter that asked me for my number. Yeah. In fact, I don't want to mention their name.
So that was good enough for you. You had the
number.
Yeah,
you know, I had the number. Yeah, so that showed them enough. You know, okay, yeah, this person is ready. You know, she's prepared. She actually had, because they don't also want someone who will just come in. You know, it's sweet smart now. You can easily say, yes, I plan to do this, and when they give you the job, you don't now want to continue. Yeah, you know. So that also helped. So I had the number set. I had everything, you know. And then on LinkedIn too, I was also putting it there. Register, and then I put in my number like I was registered. You get, of course I can't say that I've written the exams. Like they asked me for the result or certificate, I don't have it. You know, but I was just doing all my best to show that I was not there. You know, you know, that kind of a thing, you know. And then I mean, being that they're looking for company secretaries, you know, hearing somebody saying, you know, I'm currently registered, you know, I'm currently sitting for the exam. So the thing is, I registered my membership, annual subscription, registration fee. There were about 3 fees I had to pay, initial fees, and then the exam fee was supposed to be paid 6 weeks from that time I registered. I didn't have it, so there was no way I was going to pay for that. But at least they were seeing that, okay, yeah, there's something on ground. This girl is serious, you know. And then that helped me. I had it on my CV. I would talk about it, you know, during an interview, you know, showing my passion, you know, for this thing I wanted to do.
That
you
kind
know,
of showed that you had an idea.
Exactly. In fact, I had one time I went for an interview, and the first thing they asked me, in fact, it was like a panel, you know, and I sat there and I was answering questions and all that, and like the head of the team of the unit, no, he wasn't even there. He wasn't part of them at all. So he just walked in and he's like, oh, that he knew about the interview happening today, and he actually saw me when I was walking into the building. I didn't see him. And then he's like, he just wanted to pop in for 5 seconds, because like he went through my CV and he's very impressed with everything. But he just had one question, that if I knew I wanted to become a company secretary, why did I have to go to law school? You see, the thing here is, they just want to see focus. You know, they want to see that if this is your plan, they want to see you channeling all your energy and all your everything towards that plan. Do you get it? If you want to be a company secretary here in Ireland, you have no business going to law school. Law school is for people that want to be litigator, like want to litigate, you know, go to court. Yeah. So for him, he didn't understand why. So he was asking me, like, you know, at what point did you decide to be a company secretary?
Okay, so it won't look as if, okay, you had finished that.
Yeah, because for him, yeah, you get, it seemed like, you know, you don't really know where you want to be, you know. He's like, you're still testing waters. That was what he was saying to me. And I was like, no, I had to now explain that in Nigeria, you know, the system is fused. You know, being a barrister and a solicitor is the same, so you have to go to. And then he's like, oh, okay, because he said my CV came to him the night before, the evening before he left the office, and he went through it and he was impressed. But the only confusion there for him was just, why did she have to, you know, it seemed like, you know, you're still testing waters, and I mean, they don't want somebody who is uncertain. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I'm a Nigerian. I'm going to need, you know, support, you know, visa wise. They don't want to invest in me, and in 2 years I'm not like, oh, I don't really think this is for me, I'm going to now go and litigate and go to court.
So right now you have a work permit that is for 2 years, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
for 2 years, yeah.
And
So
then eventually they
eventually,
get to
yeah.
give you a stamp for.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
Hey, Joy can gist to we have entered 20 minutes here like this. So
Is this 20 minutes? Is that the time they're
yes,
recording?
20 minutes.
Okay, anything else? Do you have any other questions? Or
No more
nothing
questions.
else, yeah?
Just any. You've given all the advice and challenges, yeah.
Yeah.
And everything you think you would love to share.
Well, yeah, I think that's it. Really, it's really not easy being here. I don't want to say it's not easy because like Nigeria too is not easy, but like it's not. Don't just come in thinking, oh, once you come in from the airport, the government will pick you up, you know, and like they will just take you around and show you your house and show you where you're going to stay, or like, you know, the government is going to support you. The government doesn't really know you. You're not their citizen, so there's nothing.
Even when you're their citizen, I'm not their citizen,
right?
They still don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, there's no free lunch, you know, as my dad would say. There's no free lunch. You just have to work. But the good thing here is that if you're working, you're seeing results. You know, maybe unlike Nigeria, that you know you're putting in so much and just getting out little. But like if you work, you know, and you put in yourself there, you know, and with God, like you see results. That's the system here works. You know, that's what I can say. Unlike in Nigeria, but there's no place that is easy. I don't know if it's easier here in Nigeria. I don't know, but
That's the summary of your gist.